Just imagine, let's say you have screwed up data. Let's say a Zap didn't work and your Google Sheets isn't caught up, or you have incorrect tags on your subscribers, or your client decides that they want all the subscriber data into Google Sheets now and you never were doing it before. Any of those situations, we can use the ManyChat Broadcast to fix it all, to fix all the data. And I'm going to show you that now. All right, let's get rocking and rolling here. So what I'm going to teach you today is a way to use the ManyChat Broadcast to fix data or to grab data. So here's some examples. One is, let's say your subscribers got incorrectly tagged and you need to change the tag to something else. But then you also need to update a custom user field at the same time. So granted, yes, you can use, if we go into audience, we can use filtering to filter them down to a tag, and we can do a bulk action. Basically a bulk action to do whatever, but it's one thing at a time. So let's just say they got tagged incorrectly and you needed to put another tag, plus you need to update a custom user field. Or let's just say that you had a Zap that wasn't working, you didn't realize it, and all of a sudden you have 100 subscribers that didn't get zapped into a Google Sheet. Or let's say your client decides they want all the subscriber data in a Google Sheet. Now, granted, going forward, you can do it, but you need to get all that data over there right now. Well, we can do that with a ManyChat Broadcast and using an action block. So I'll show you how to do that. So first, let's just say, let me look at me. I am tagged as registered for the pet grooming class, and I should have been on the wait list. And let's just say there's a field I had to update too, because granted, I could easily do that here with the bulk and just remove and add the tag. But let's say we had a whole bunch and then it was just more complicated. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to go in here, content, we're going to switch tags. And so what I did is I created a flow, and actually what I'm going to do is I'll create this from scratch. I'm just going to create another one. Let's say, call it F. Switch tags 2. So you're going to start like that, and what you're going to do is you're going to just double click, get a action. What we're going to do is we're going to remove a tag, registered, and we're going to add a tag, waitlist. And then let's just say we wanted to update a custom field too. I'm just going to pick a custom field. Pet grooming, type of pet. And I'm just going to say, value, I'm going to say dog. Dag. Dog. Actually, let's say cow. I know I got something else in there. All right, so I'm going to switch the tags and everything else. If I go out here and look at myself as far as the custom field is cat. I have cat, so it should be cow when I get done. So now I created this where I'm going to do all that. I'm going to move the starting point over onto the action, and I'm going to delete that message. So all I'm going to do is an action block that's going to do some things in here. So I'm trying to get myself, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, must be sitting weird. Anyhow, so we got the action block, and so I'm going to publish that. And let's see. So now we have that done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run it in a broadcast. And actually, I'm just going to do it here. Move myself out of the way a little bit. So you're going to do a broadcast from flow. And so we're going to do that, and we're going to go out and get that flow that we just created, switch tags to, and select it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go next, and then subscriber, do a subscription broadcast, sorry. And then we're going to filter, because I have 31 users. I don't want to send it to everybody. I just want to send it to the person that's tagged, or the people that are tagged for registration, and I need to move them to a wait list. All right, so I'm just going to do, and I'm going to send now. I'm not going to change anything else. Send now. And now I should be tagged in the wait list. So the register went away, tag list there. And my type of pet is a cow. So we're all set. We're all set with that one. And so you can see the power of the ManyChat broadcast and how you can fix data. So let's say you had a zap, and I have this zap over here, fix zap. So let's just say you had a zap that was triggered by, let's say, a tag, or triggered by a zap event. Either way, doesn't really matter. And then create a spreadsheet row. And so you're looking at your spreadsheet and like, oh crap, none of my subscribers are here. All right, what happened? And so now what you need to do is you need to get all those subscribers that didn't make it over here into Google Sheets. So if I go over here to my audience, and I'm just going to pick, I have a fix. So let's just say I didn't have that on there. And I think my wife has it too. I'm going to take that off. And so what I need to do is I need to fix this somehow. And I have, let's say, hundreds, maybe thousands of subscribers I need to get over to Google Sheets. Or maybe there's two, just like this. And so what I'm going to do is I filtered them to the name. And I'm going to do a bulk action. I'm going to add a tag called a fix. So that way they're tagged. So now they're tagged. We're all tagged with a fix so that I can grab them to get the data over. Because let's just say you had a zap that's all set up to go and it wasn't running. Or the client decided, hey, I really want this data over in Google Sheets. And so now you have to create the zap midstream, get all the people that are already in. Now going forward, you'll get them put in to Google Sheets, but you're missing all of them prior to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a flow to do that. And it's called Fix Zap. And so all I did again is I created a new flow. You're going to have a message. And all I did is double-clicked. Didn't do edit. Double-clicked, add a perform, an action to perform an action, an action block. So I have the action block. I don't need this one. In this case, what I did is I created a zap, trigger a zap, fix zap. So I created a zap event called fix zap. All right. And basically what I did is I went down here, trigger zap, and then I typed in fix zap. Let's say 2. And then I would say new. And so I would say, yes, create that so that it's there. I don't want to create that. I don't want to have an extra one there. So I'm just going to delete that one. And then what I did is I created a zap. Now you may have a zap already. I would probably copy it just so that you have it. And also when you're doing these things, test it on yourself first. Don't run all 100 or 1,000 through. I would run it on a test version first, like yourself, and then open it up to everybody else. But basically what I did is I just went to ManyChat and I said new trigger zap. Now you could trigger on a tag too. And that what you would do is then in this action, you would add a tag, but then you'd have to probably go to tag off. I only added one tag. What you would have is 2 tags. One to identify your audience that you want to fix or bring data over, or whatever you're doing. And 2 is then you'd have another tag that would trigger the zap if you're doing it that way. I picked trigger a zap event. And I'm just going to test that. It's good. Fix zap, and that's what our event is right there. So I'll fix zap. We're good with that. Continue. And then my action was to grab Google Sheets, create a row, connect to my Google account to get to the Google Sheet. And then all I did was I picked the sheet that I wanted, sheet 1 of this test email sheet. And then I just brought in the ID, the first name, and the last name. And then I continued. I don't need this test, just finish. I don't think it did anything. Okay. So now we're all set. It's on. It's ready to go. So all I need to do, I'm going to publish this, and I'm going to run this as a broadcast. I'm going to go out, broadcast from Flow, test, find your flow that you want to run, fix zap, select. That's all I want to run. And again, the subscriber gets nothing. All right. They don't see anything whatsoever on this. So I'm going to say go next. You're going to leave it subscription broadcast. And you're going to say send now, send all the time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to condition this on a tag because I had a fix. It's 2 subscribers, which is me and my wife. So now we're going to send now. And it's sent. And there we are. The data is in Google Sheets. So what you can do, and so I just kind of wanted to talk about now, I just showed you Zapier. Same thing with Integromat. All you have to do is create a flow. And what you would do is you would use perform action, and you would do trigger Integromat. And then you would have the webhook. Now you could run the production webhook if you have one or whatever, but basically that's what you would do. And then just set it up in Integromat to do the same thing. And then you could add the rows. Now, what you could do too here is if you just need it in Google Sheets, and you could use the ManyChat Google Sheets integration. So you could do add, and you could do Google Sheets action. There you go. Add a row, and then you just go through, same thing. Sheet 1, sheet 2, and line them up. I would do user ID, first name, and where's last name? Last name. Save. All right. And now, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do that. Move it over here. Should be able to run this. Then we just do a broadcast and select from existing flows. We're going to grab fix zap again, select. Now, granted, it's not doing a zap. It's using the ManyChat Google Sheets integration. And we're going to go next, and then we're going to filter them out to a fix, the 2 records I have, and I'm going to send now. Now that should add 2 more rows. There you go. So you can do it many different ways to get the stuff in Google Sheets. You know, Integromat, the native ManyChat integration, or Zapier, and just get it over. Now, here's one thing: is let's say your client now wants all data in Google Sheets, you know, and so you could easily do that. You just, 1, create the Google Sheet, then 2 is set up a flow. So basically this flow would work right the way it is, you know, just basically you could use this integration right in ManyChat to Google Sheets to add rows. And so what you would do is line up all your fields. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to go in and say, okay, what fields do I have? What fields do we want to bring over? So then you go through email, established credit, first-time home buyer, pet email, whatever fields they are, add them to your Google Sheets, and then go in, just like I did here, and map them all out. And then run that as a broadcast. ManyChat Broadcast, and you can bring all your data into Google Sheets, or actually right in ManyChat without Zapier and Integromat. All right, so that is many different ways you can use the ManyChat Broadcast to not just send messages to your ManyChat subscribers, but to also correct data, being tags, being custom user fields, being Google Sheets. You could do this for your CRM. Let's say they didn't make it to ActiveCampaign. Same thing. You have a Zap that you're adding them to ActiveCampaign, and you just trigger it the same way. So any way you're sending out data to the exterior world, you can, and it didn't work, you can fix it very easily using this little hack. So if you have any questions, let me know. Well, that concludes our video for today on how to fix your data, be it that it's in ManyChat or in external source. You can correct data in a Google Sheet, in a CRM, or anything like that, or within ManyChat, a custom user field, tags, using a ManyChat broadcast and using the action block within a flow. If you have any questions or comments on it, please post them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And as always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Click the little bell on top so you get notified that any new videos are uploaded. Down in the description, I have a link to a great Facebook group, all like-minded people sharing ideas. Come on and join us. Happy to have you. And as always, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.